The church is seeing the worst in everything. And the church is not seeing this is not the worst of times. Oh, the world's come to the end. The world's been coming to the end since you were born. Since you were born. Seriously, I'm not being funny. The world was coming to an end. As long as it keeps spinning, the world is coming to an end. You read Corinthians, the world was coming to an end back then, and they weren't wrong. You listen to people, the world's coming to an end, yeah, but you just don't know when. Because you got folks out there who try to tell you what day, what time, but that's not God. Because nobody knows. But I'm telling you right here and now, while we're at that hour, present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable. That's your reasonable service. And be transformed by the renewing of your mind. How do you renew your mind? How do you renew your mind? God's word can renew your mind. God's Holy Spirit can renew your mind. And sometimes renewing of your mind may mean you may have to leave this person alone and go over here and meet that person. Because you ever had a situation where you recognize, I never thought I would be friends with that person. I never thought I'd like that person. But here it is. We're friends. People look at you and go, why you with that person? It's because they can't see. They can't see what God is doing in your life. That person might be the blessing for you. But we get caught up on how they look. And so therefore, when we're not being honest with ourselves, we look at, oh, wow, I'm the blessing for them. Because I don't know about you, but I've had moments where I've given to somebody who was in need, and I think I felt better than they did. So they might have gotten the stuff, but I felt like I was the one that got the blessing. Like it's given, it shall be given unto you. Give somebody something. I guarantee you, it's going to make you feel good, regardless. Regardless to what give to somebody who you feel like has wronged you the most. And it talks about that right here. I read that a little while ago. They'll be embarrassed and ashamed. Because they're looking at you like, wait a minute, you and I didn't have a relationship, but you giving to me? Wow, that's something. So I would ask you again, as I close, to present your bodies. We've given in to everything else, and it didn't work. We've done some of the craziest, most vile, most ridiculous things to ourselves, and yet we're still here. And so therefore, I gotta believe that we're still here for a reason.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, because of the things that I have been through, I pray that I'm humble enough that I can look at somebody else who's right there where I was and say, you know what? Let me help you out.
Amen.
Let me help. Can you bless me by allowing me to walk with you? And let me help you out. Let me give you. Let me show you. Let me show you a man that told me all about myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say. Let me do for you. Let me do for you. I'm being selfish right now. Let me do for you. Because I want to feel good too. But it's not a bad feeling of good. Because see, we walked by people, so many people in church. Majority of people in church, they don't know each other. There's always somebody who comes and goes that nobody ever has a conversation with. And you don't even know that they're a member. But when we stretch out and become the church, that we know that it is in our best interest and God will be glorified if we extend God's hand to them. Amen.
Amen.